Hey, we back. We live. We here. What's good? How y'all feeling?
What up?
I'm feeling good. It's a nice day outside today.
Yeah, not here. It's fucking gloomy, rainy, and all the other.
Really?
bullshit.
Nah, it's like hot as shit over here.
Did y'all hear that Master Roshi died today?
No.
Like, it's not him, but his voice actor.
No,
Nah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But I also don't keep up with Master Roshi either.
Yeah, I don't follow his Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't follow the voice actor for Master Roshi's Twitter.
I did.
Brittany hit me, so I was like, oh no.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't follow any of the voice actors' Twitter. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know their names.
Wow.
I think when you start doing shit,
Wait, was it his English voice actor or was it his Japanese voice actor?
Yeah.
His Japanese voice actor.
Oh, why would we give a fuck?
Yeah. What?
Well, because the Japanese
Who
voice
the fuck
actor.
watches subs?
Who the fuck cares about the Japanese fucking voice
Clearly, we've
actor?
had an argument. I clearly watched sub. We talked about this.
No, yeah. Who the fuck watches sub? What?
Yeah, first off, we told you were trash for that. Second of all,
Yeah.
I told you were trash.
but
No,
like,
go back, watch the episode. Don't
who
worry.
cares
I'll wait.
about an anime that deeply where we got to figure out who the voice actor is? We care about the show, not the voice actors. You can get fucking Mickey Mouse voice actor. I don't give a fuck.
Unless it's like Mick Mignogna, in which case we stay away
The
from.
same energy.
Or whoever the Zenitsu fucking voice actor is, fire that bitch. She should be.
Yeah, every Zenitsu voice actor, just string them out to dry. I don't care. Let the birds get them.
But today's episode isn't about anime. I know we always start off with that shit. But today we're gonna go with like the prime of fucking cartoons, especially in American culture. We're gonna talk about the three big giants: Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network, and which one of those was the biggest giant during its time frame. Now, put a caveat out there, right? We are gonna set some ground rules for a lot of this stuff. There are no movies, just because clearly, if we went by movies, Disney would win. There is no
theatrical movies. Like
no theatrical movies, because then Disney would win. There is no Adult Swim, because then if you took Adult Swim and stuff like that, Cartoon Network would absolutely blow everybody out of the water. And then
They revived Family Guy.
for Nick Jr., because that is as babies and not as actual kids, and Nick Jr. probably has the best like kids time frame all the way around, and then Nick, it would be unfair. So we're going to do everything in the timeline from the year 2000 to the year 2010. Not that it had to start before the year 2000, but it's prime showing, right? It's prime season going.
Yeah, we're gonna
time frame
in approximately that frame. So we'll talk. So there'll be some shows that are gonna be maybe a little later, or maybe a little before. It's a little bit of a leeway, but this is just a generalization of our best
general
shows.
breakdown of our rules. We will try our best to not interrupt each other. I will try. Cannot make any fucking promises.
Sometimes you just gotta tell Jamal he's
wrong. Tyrell will be the
sometimes Tad just wrong
person, so we're gonna stick it off. Other than that, I'm representing Disney. Jamal is representing Nickelodeon, and this dirty head bastard down here fucking stole Cartoon Network from me.
Give the people some backstory on that.
They voted.
No.
They voted. They know what they want to win.
I got my choice.
Know what they want to win.
Even though I claimed it first, this bastard.
You didn't claim. Okay. All right. Before we get into this, I used it in my example when because we were kicking around ideas. I used it in my example, and then this dirty bastard jumps in the chat and goes, "All right, we should pick one." I called Cartoon Network. Immediately doesn't get nobody no type of chance to say nothing. Just tries to sneak it like a little.
I got the receipts.
Don't give me that.
People
decide. They know what they want to win.
You said we should do a different category. I said we should do a versus. We should do Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network.
No. You said WB versus Cartoon Network.
WB versus Cartoon Network. Then we flipped and we was like, you know what? Why not do the big three? So I brought the idea of doing the versus. Bitch, I should get first dibs at picking one.
I was at orientation. I didn't get an alert until my watch read "nigga," and there was a white dude standing in front of me, and I went, "Uh-oh, I should probably check this." And I was like, "Oh shit, is that
and they know
Rich
what they
telling
want
me?
to
Like,
win.
I need
That's
to get
what
in
I'm
here?"
saying. I spearheaded
Going out.
this topic was spearheaded by me. We
hey,
altered it a little bit
Rich, change your name to That's So Salty.
I showed up laughing.
Change your name to That's So Salty, bro.
And then I suggested that we take it to the Facebook page in case anybody isn't on there that's listening. Join the Facebook page, is lit. We had a vote, and I gave them the context of what happened in Taiwan.
I didn't just win. I
painted the wrong narrative.
77% of the vote.
Tyrell came up with it first, and he fucking didn't.
I didn't paint the wrong narrative. I said what happened.
Which painted the wrong narrative. You didn't say that Rich came up with the idea. They made it seem like Ty came up with the idea and the bitch didn't.
I did, though.
I can show you what I read. I wasn't reading, bro. Like, we all read the same messages.
I got the receipts. I can air the whole out.
All right. You know what? Maybe we'll post the receipts on Patreon for everyone to get in on. But now we got an argument to get to, yeah. So that all said, gentlemen, I know I'm not starting. Or maybe I am. Should I? You think I should start?
You go for it.
You know what? I'll take the first. I'll take first bet.
It don't matter. I'm about to say I'll go first. It don't matter.
No, I got this. All right. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna cast your minds back to a time when Cartoon Network was still black and white. I'm talking the logo was the CN, the black and whites, right? We had Courage the Cowardly Dog. We had Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Ed, Ed and Eddie. All of these shows, right? And this is coming off of the Hanna-Barbera era, which is what led to this whole boon of cartoons in the first place, right? So we're not going to talk about Hanna-Barbera. That's before this time, right? So we have this insanely good, high quality. Well, I say high quality, but look at the time of cartoons. Look at them compared to what else was being shown, right? These are leaps and steps and pushes in the right direction for animation, right? So we move from that
animation, nigga. You
had animation because what other? But here's my question: is what other television station had committed to an all cartoon lineup and succeeded and pulled it off? And not only have they succeeded, Cartoon Network thrived. They thrived. There are still people today, and I'll say this: I think Cartoon Network had the biggest impact.
They brought in people. Remember when they brought in cartoon hosts, and the hosts were it was a black guy, it was a black girl and a white guy, and then on top of that, they had actual shows with live action.
But that was way later. That's later on. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
That was still in our childhood. Like, I was a kid when that came out. I was about 12. I remember that.
Right.
I would tune off.
But here's what I'm saying, right?
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
But here's what I'm saying, right? So you've got all these cartoons, and then you add on top of that, you start adding in things like Samurai Jack, Megas XLR, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. You start Ben 10. You start putting all these things, and then what does Cartoon Network do? They see what their market likes. They see all these cartoons, and what do they start doing in the commercial breaks? Do y'all remember the little skits that they would do where all the characters would interact with each other? They all lived in that big ass city. Y'all remember that?
It was all right.
No. You would look forward to see what happens. Because you wanted to see what happened when Johnny Bravo met Mrs. Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls, and him all in the laundromat. You want to see what Johnny Bravo's going to do to stick his foot in his mouth.
I would say that you guys could only do cartoon animation because your live shows were ass.
But you don't need live shows when your cartoons all slap.
But they didn't all slap.
They did not all hit the same way.
Cow and Chicken was
you named Megas XLR like it didn't.
Dexter's Laboratory's animation was garbage.
It was because that was still 90s animation. It ages poorly now. Of course, it doesn't look good if you're looking at it now. But for the time,
lived off of the.
For the time, it was ass.
Hanna-Barbera released that in like the 1960s, 1970s. Bro, we were still watching cartoons that our parents watched.
But these cartoons helped us to transition into more and better shows. Like I said,
you damn near lost your network, which is why you rebranded to CN because you damn near lost it.
Again, y'all are looking way down the future. You haven't even let me get there yet. You're coming at me for shit that I ain't even got to. What the fuck? God damn, like a bunch of vultures. I'm coming for both y'all next. You watch. But we start moving into this era of cartoons where we start getting better stories. And we start seeing, no, I'm serious, better stories. You're telling me that you didn't sit down and watch Ben 10 and you wanted to see how Vilgax was going to get his?
No, because he always won. Like, at no point did I ever think that Ben was going to lose. Even in the episodes where I thought Ben was going to lose, he won. Ben was just insanely lucky. And the watch had a no-kill switch. Like, when I found out that the watch would always save him, it really made the show go, what's the point? Not to mention that they changed writers so many times that it literally kept changing and jumping, and you had to follow the lore from an internet standpoint to be able to follow what was happening on Ben 10.
Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, him and his sister were a little bit too close.
Cousin.
And
they never explained
that's not
after that summer. They just jumped you into the next season.
So if you don't like Ben 10, can I introduce you to the Teen Titans?
Okay, which was fire.
Can I introduce you to the Teen Titans?
Teen Titans was fire.
You're telling me that you didn't want to watch Slade get it?
Slade lived in Robin's head rent fucking free.
Oh my lord, that is one of the best. That is one of the best stories I've ever seen. You're telling me you didn't like even Trigon was well written.
Yeah. I'll give you Teen Titans.
You're telling me that Teen Titans wasn't helpful in moving cartoons with a storyline?
Great.
What happened after the season? I will say that.
They gave us a shitty movie to make up for the fact that we weren't getting another season, and they never said anything. Same thing happened to Young Justice, though, right? Cartoon Network has a habit of just acting.
No, Young Justice back on, bro.
Back on. Not
to be fair, Young Justice ended just fine.
Young Justice did end just fine. Like the ending that they had for
prior to the new season, there was nothing wrong with the ending of Young Justice.
No, that was actually really good. I really enjoyed Young Justice.
I would argue that Young Justice probably went on longer than it needed to. Like, because you started introducing. I thought we were going to get just the Young Justice from the original Justice League members. But then we started adding and going off on these other Justice League members.
And other side missions.
Their proteges. And I'm like, that's not what I gave a fuck about. I wanted to know what Superboy, Aqualad, like those guys. Now, what I will say is, why was there such a huge difference between Young Justice and Teen Titan?
That was because of just the era of cartoons and the ability of storytelling that was available on. There's like a whole deep dive. I've actually like watched videos about it, but Teen Titans was actually pushing a lot of boundaries for Cartoon Network, if I remember correctly. And if it weren't for Teen Titans, we would not have gotten Young Justice. You see what I'm saying? Now, if story isn't necessarily your thing. Now, can I give you a pretty good episodic television show that's been going on for a long time through Cartoon Network, and at one point had one of the best intros? What's New Scooby-Doo? Y'all remember that show? You're saying what? No, don't even give me that. Because look at the 3 movies that come out around that time.
Nope. Because What's New Scooby-Doo was probably one of the worst rated Scooby-Doos there was. That's why they had to reboot it.
It was not. It was not. I'm looking at it on IMDb right now. 7.3.
The young Scooby-Doo before that one.
And then you got Mystery Incorporated. It was way better. It was light years ahead of that.
You talking about Scooby-Doo? Where are you?
No,
that's the next one that come out, and that one was also
good. Named Scooby-Doo was better.
No, that one was terrible.
Pup named Scooby-Doo was fire.
A pup named Scooby-Doo
makes me laugh.
But again, that's before the prime. That's before the prime of Cartoon Network.
Pup named Scooby-Doo wasn't before that.
No, because that's part of the Hanna-Barbera crew.
Oh, is it?
That's part of the Hanna-Barbera crew.
All right.
Yep. But no, I'm looking at it right now on IMDb. What's New Scooby-Doo? That had that kick song. What's New Scooby? Do you know what I'm talking about? 7.3 stars on IMDb.
Because you know why?
Scooby-Doo, where are you? 7.9 stars.
Rich, when was the last time you rated something on IMDb?
You want me to go to
Ty, when was the last time you rated something on IMDb?
I don't rate shit because I don't give my opinion online.
You think if I called out to my wife right now and asked her when the last time she rated something on IMDb, she'd say
but my point stands is that's where the critics are leaving their reviews. It's not for regular people.
Yeah, and the critics are wrong. Like, the critics get paid. You can't tell me that as a critic that you aren't getting paid or getting a promotion of some sort, and you're not going to say, well, shit.
I'm looking. All right. I'm on Rotten. I looked up Rotten Tomatoes. 100% audience score. 100%.
It's still terrible.
It's not terrible. That show is insanely great. I don't know why y'all are hating on it.
Name one good episode from it. Name one good mystery. What was the best mystery that always brings people back? And
it's not about the oneness, but that's the thing is it wasn't a storyline show. It was just an episodic show. In order to have a good callback mystery like that, you got to have a multi-part episode. Those off the top of my head, I don't know because I haven't watched What's New Scooby-Doo in a while. It's not one of those things that I'm like.
I would just say Scooby-Doo is probably not part of your strong suits, bro.
No, it is. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? You're telling me that one of the greatest theme songs in all of country, the reason why people started watching Scooby-Doo again is not part of the argument. Boy, all right, fine. Let's hear your argument, Rich. What makes Disney so much better? Let's hear it, please. Enlighten me.
Hey, drop some fire on that boy, Rich.
Enlighten me.
Like you, Disney absolutely had pure bangers in the between the years 2000 and 2010. Had absolute bangers, but guess what? We didn't have to rely solely on fucking cartoon animations. Our actual actors, people that we love. Till this fucking day, were those child actors? I don't know. Maybe That's So Raven. Raven Simone? We heard of her, right? Okay, I just want to fucking point that out. Hey, when's the last time you seen Lizzie McGuire? Thickums. I know. Thick as fuck. I know. You see. Okay, Lizzie McGuire. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. The Prindle. Hey, when's the last time you seen Brenda songs? I thank you. I just want to see your face when I say it.
When was the last time you saw a dog with a blog?
The Proud Family. We gonna argue the Proud Family? I know we're not gonna argue the Proud Family. Thank you. Wizards of Waverly Place. Selena Gomez. We know her, don't we? Of course we do because we love her.
Yeah, that show was trash.
One of the biggest freaks of all time, Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. We love that show.
You also have Vanessa Hudgens who went off the rail.
Run it back.
Yeah, yes.
You love Hannah Montana?
Yeah. What? I never watched Hannah Montana, homie.
I love Hannah Montana.
What? Like, you who hates nostalgia, you who hates everything, watches some country white girl who pretends to be a country singer.
It was a good show.
Make it make sense.
Phoenix
make it make sense, bro.
Are we also just gonna ignore the fact that your shows turn like most of your child stars into drug addicts?
Super drug addicts. They got turned out on some horrible shit.
Like, your shows are all right, but like, what are you doing? You're sacrificing kids for them, homie.
Only Miley.
No, we got Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
Can we take one look at Shia LaBeouf, please?
Yeah.
What is going on with that man? Britney Spears.
Shia LaBeouf not only gave you good
Macaulay Culkin.
But then gave you
Brenda
Transformers, which is arguably one of the greatest movie fucking things in the world. Transformers. I'm not gonna use movies, but Shia LaBeouf is fucking amazing. Stop it.
He is amazing. He also might smoke crack.
American Dragon, Jake Long.
Was ass. Bro, the first season was fire.
First season was good. After that, why am I watching this?
A different animation style.
And then
we have other things to do.
You slim my boy down for nothing.
We just talked about Lilo and Stitch. They're doing a whole live animation on it. But they had a cartoon show with all actual 626 fucking...
They did not have all 626.
Yes, they did.
They did not get the episode 626.
They did not. And I'm telling you, I can tell you they did not release all the capsules at all. Look it up, Rich.
And they had Kim Possible. Your phone beat Kim Possible right goddamn now. Somebody send Jamal a text message and watch that bitch beat Kim Possible.
It does not.
Exactly, bro.
And how many seasons did it take for Ron to finally get some?
It don't matter.
Exactly, bro. Like, my man was the ultimate friend zone. Like, Rich is the ultimate lose this.
Nah.
Man said, I only know how to simp.
You know how hard it is to get to be a Disney star? Like, you have to sing, dance, sell your soul, and be able to act.
I know you haven't went.
One of those kids that couldn't do all of that. Bro, you haven't been like
talented. If I was you, Jamal, I would rein back on stars. You haven't went yet. And your Nickelodeon stars, my boy, look, I'm just letting you know right now, that's the wrong fight for you.
Yeah, but most of your stars end up drug addicts.
That's like, wrong for him.
Like I've got something for his. Like his stars don't end up as like. We're gonna get to his stars.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
That's the wrong.
We're gonna get to his child stars.
Your child stars is not it.
I love that. That's the wrong fight for him.
Not to mention the Disney Channel games that come out. Talk about sports. Motherfuckers was balling.
Sports? Like you want to talk about sports, dude? Your characters or your stars don't ever go on to do anything amazing outside of Disney. Like they don't. They just fall apart. How are you going to be a sports star or a movie star or any of this stuff? They do all these things. They have all these talents, and then they go on to do what? When was the last time you saw? No. Hey, hang on. Watch this. Jamal. When was the last time you saw anything with Orlando Brown in it?
We're only talking about what he did during that time frame, and Orlando Brown was one of the major actors in that time frame. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about after that. Phil of the Future. Niggas love Phil of the Future.
What happened to Phil? What happened to Phil after that show was over?
We said during the time frame.
And what did Phil do during that time frame? Just Phil of the Future.
What he was supposed to do.
Phil of the Future wasn't even that great. I did not love Phil of the Future.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not watch a whole lot. Disney was not putting out shows. They pandered to younger audiences.
Disney was the best.
Did not cater to me. Shows weren't about my life.
Disney was the best afternoon TV to watch. Cartoon Network, I would say, was the best Saturday mornings and evenings to watch. So evening time frame, like 4 o'clock on, Cartoon Network. Saturday mornings, Cartoon Network. There's no good time to watch fucking Nickelodeon. I don't know. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. There was never a good time to watch Nickelodeon unless you were homesick from fucking school and you watch SpongeBob at 9 a.m.
And that's where you're wrong, because SpongeBob don't even come on at 9 a.m. That's the part of the network that I can't even talk about.
There was no good time to watch Nickelodeon at all. And I'm telling you, most of our stars that came out, bro, are stars that we love to this fucking day, bro.
Y'all gonna make me mute Rich because he capping, bro. He capping.
You know what? I can't take any more.
You taking over Brenda songs?
I can't.
Give me somebody from Nickelodeon that's badder than Brenda songs.
Someone from Nickelodeon that's badder than Brenda songs.
Mm-hmm. Give me somebody badder than Hillary Duff. You gonna be here all goddamn day. I know. Ashley Tisdale.
Man, let's see. We had Ariana Grande.
Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical, and I didn't even bring
she turned out to be a crackhead.
I didn't even bring up High School Musical. We all in this together. Come on, bro. Like, come on.
The fact that he knows the song. We know what kind of childhood he had. We know what kind of childhood he had. Sheltered.
Zac Efron was just named Sexiest Man Alive not too long ago.
Bro, Disney is for, that's what it is. Disney is for sheltered children. That's what it is. Yeah. Disney is for the sheltered kids.
Rich grew up clearly wanting to be more than what he was, thinking that he had talent that he didn't. Because that's clearly what Disney kids think. They think that they're going to be this rich, talented, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to win the world. That's not realistic. You know what was realistic, though, for kids? Thinking that you could be a Nickelodeon kid. Because you know what Nickelodeon had?
Because living under the sea, taking a shower while underwater was realistic? Fuck out of here.
Come on, son. Legends of the Hidden Temple wasn't realistic? Nigga, you didn't think that you could be one of those kids picked for Legends of the Hidden Temple? You didn't think
I'm not gonna lie. If we're talking athletics, I would much rather be on like the Nick shows. Like those shows.
Rich, come on. We talking
athletics. Slime in your face. Low-key oozing on children. That's pedophilia, bro. Oozing on children.
You can buy that slime as soap to actually wash yourself up.
Okay, all right, hold up. I can't take any more of Rich's bullshit. Jamal, please make your point so I can stop listening to this man for more than 5 minutes.
So, like I was saying, if you're going with being a kid and you think, I got a shot at being one of them. I can't dance, I can't sing, I can't act. I cannot be on Disney. But you know what I could have been? Could have been on Legends of the Hidden Temple. I could have been on Guts. I could have been one of those kids. Was I going to be Keenan and Kel? Fuck no. But I could have been in the All That Theater. I could have been in the All That Studio, laughing along, having a great time. Nope.
I can't be on Disney, but I can be on Nick.
Because they were regular kids. Like
wait. Did you really just be like, well, I can't make it in the big time. I guess I'll go to Nick.
Are you gonna be that? Be realistic though.
Yo, he just shot himself in the foot.
He's like, I can sing and dance.
This nigga tripped out the gate.
I'll be quiet from here on.
You get the ball. Anyway, like I was saying,
Brody.
if we talking athletes, back then, the kids were encouraged to be athletic. You wanted to be these kids. You wanted to race home to be like these people. Like, I still, to this day, rock my Legends of the Hidden Temple shirt. It's currently being washed. I thought I had more time, but I don't. But if we talking cartoons, come on, my guy. How you gonna compete against Jimmy Neutron?
Easy.
How you gonna compete against Avatar? They even came back, not just with a sequel series, but with comics. They coming back with Netflix movies. They coming back with TV shows. They came back. Yo, when Aang finally beat Ozai, tell me you wasn't waiting to watch that. Tell me y'all didn't. What?
Nigga, it screamed, this is what's about to happen.
Yeah.
There was no plot twist. It screamed, this is about to happen.
Yeah,
But
I will find.
Doesn't matter.
You know what was your biggest surprise in Avatar? When Aang actually tore shit up over Appa. That was a surprise.
Yo,
Yeah,
Aang
hulking
got
out.
with it. But you had Avatar.
But you know what wasn't a surprise? The moment he calmed down because Katara touched his hand. That wasn't a surprise.
Because he was
The
12.
power of friendship conquers all.
You.
Yo,
Yeah.
is Avatar just a big ass, the power of friendship anime ever told?
No,
No.
it's not.
Fairy tale.
I'm not going to argue with that. No, it's not. It's not. And I hate
Because
it.
Fairy Tale tells you literally.
Fairy
can't
Tale,
end
no,
this.
Fairy Tale
And in the
is
next second,
the
he's
most
just like
repetitive.
powered up punching you.
No, Fairy Tale is the most repetitive power of friendship anime.
Off topic.
We're getting back to the
That's
shows.
That's fair.
So we have all that. We got Kanan and Kel. We got Cousin Skeeter. And then you move into the next generation of cartoons. You have Rugrats that's been telling the story of kids from kids' perspectives. Nickelodeon was built for kids from a kid's perspective. Like,
And it was ass. No wonder why it was that bad. You let children write the fucking thing. That's why it was
do
bad.
not let children
To
write.
be fair,
things.
children
Your
also must have
shows
written
and the
your
stuff
script because
for
your scripts are
children.
terrible
Stuff
too.
was actually made for kids, like for the people that's meant to watch it. Like,
And you talk about my actors? What the fuck have Nickelodeon actors done?
you mean
Outside of Nick Cannon, who gets reamed every day for having 45 kids.
And
outside
Keenan,
of
who's
him.
the longest SNL cast member of all time.
Yeah, outside of Nick Cannon. Keep going.
You
talking
got
about-
Keenan. You got
Keenan,
Kel.
Keenan,
You
who
got-
just got a job.
Hey, don't do my man
Keenan,
Kel
who
like
just got
that.
the job.
They
Kel,
came
who
back
ain't
and
had,
did all
Kel,
that.
who ain't had a job in decades.
He went up against Keenan for that role for
So
SNL.
name any of your other actors that actually done some shit.
Damn, what's her name? Ariana Grande. She starred on iCarly.
She
not
did
iCarly.
3 seasons in
Oh,
Nickelodeon
yes.
and left because she was a musician.
She
God,
had
No,
her
she
own
did
show.
that,
She did
and then she
spin-off
went on to
show.
do a really, really bad show called Sam and Cat. Y'all remember that?
yeah,
That was really bad.
really bad.
That was really
She did
bad.
three
Remember it did
I
more
remember
seasons
that.
than Megas SLR though, right? Remember
Still
it does
better than
this
Sam and Cat. I would watch
episode
Megas XL.
of
You're telling me a
Cartoon
motherfucker
Network
rolling around in a
left
mech
and right.
isn't more entertaining than watching Ariana Grande and whatever the other girl's name is,
Sam.
Jeanette McCurdy, doing a show about babysitting? What are you gonna
I love
watch?
that show.
What are you gonna watch, Mac? Are you gonna watch the giant robot, or are you gonna watch 2 girls babysitting?
Neither, because Nickelodeon's ass, so I'll just rather turn and watch Cartoon Network.
Fairly Odd Parents was great. The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was dope. All 3 of them, like
No.
all the Timmy
Fairly
Turner
Odd
movies
Parents
was dope.
seasons 1 through 3 were great. Anything after
Yeah.
that was ass. You
It's-
started adding in a fairy baby. Don't know how the fuck that happened.
That happened way late.
A fairy doll. Don't know how the fuck that happened.
That happened. That should have never
Like a
happened.
sister
The fact
or
that he
some
had to
shit.
split his fairies is
Like they literally
y'all
added a
y'all dropped the ball.
You
You
got
had
a
Danny
10-year-old
Phantom.
kid.
Danny Phantom was one of my top favorite shows growing up. Fucking love watching Danny Phantom and Avatar. Hands down.
So
They
you
were
got
lit.
2 shows. You got 2 shows, my boy.
Nah, you got all that. All that. You got Nick. You had Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Which was ass.
No,
Very
it was
ass.
great.
It was very ass.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was
ass.
It was great.
It was around the same time that we figured out Goosebumps wasn't really all that scary. It was ass.
Says the guy who watched Hannah Montana. I'm not taking recommendations from you, my guy.
Don't be mad at me because your network came out with an ass. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
You really thought that?
You really, hang on. But your argument for a good actress is
Hannah Montana.
Your argument for a good actress is Ariana Grande. Do you really have like anything to stand on? Your argument for a good actress is Ariana Grande.
Yeah. And we're going to see argue that she's a better actor than Miley Cyrus because I'll go ahead and tell you you're dumb.
Like yes. your top actors are like Victoria Justice. When was the last time anyone gave a shit about her? Miranda Cosgrove. When was the last time anyone gave a shit about her?
When she made her reboot.
She made the reboot 20 years later.
And it was ass.
You had Drake and Josh. You had like
Nickelodeon. But here's the thing though, right? You had Drake and Josh. You had all them shows, but they were all produced by who? Dan Schneider. You know who Dan Schneider is? For my people in the chat that already know, hey, keep it quiet. I'm about to teach a lesson. Dan Schneider was the guy that produced a bunch of Nick shows and then got really obsessed and really weird about all the actresses' feet. That's why all their feet are in episodes randomly. So you're telling me that a bunch of shows produced by a guy who's got a foot fetish for children are better than anything we got?
Nah, not at all.
Nope.
Not to mention, all of your actors and actresses quit halfway through the season. A lot of your shows never finish. They don't go to a series finale.
A lot of those shows.
A lot of your shows do not have finales to them. They have
a lot of the newer shows do not have finales to them. A lot of the older shows got finales. A lot of the stuff got written off.
Finales. They had we have to wrap this shit up because actresses are quitting.
Mm-hmm.
AKA Sam. Sam left iCarly, which is why iCarly had to stop.
Mm-hmm. Because of Dan Schneider. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But that has nothing to do with the network. That has everything.
That has everything to do with the network.
You're grooming kids to be in a feet, homie.
Hey man, I'm not in the feet, and I watched all those shows.
Your director, who's directing the show on your network, wants to touch these kids' feet.
I don't like that sentence. I don't like that sentence. Pineapples.
Only Dan Schneider produced shows. He did not produce every show and make people into feet.
I don't like it here. Nick is automatically third. They're touching
did not tempt you into feet. Nothing about SpongeBob tells you I want to grab feet. And
nothing about SpongeBob tells me anything is remotely like sane. Everything in SpongeBob is insane and idiotic. Everything after season 3 of SpongeBob. After season 3, SpongeBob goes down from seasons 1 through 26, wherever the fuck they're at right now, is insane and idiotic.
No,
like I said, seasons 1, 2, and 3 are good.
You don't understand.
Everything after is a steady decline.
I don't understand what's happening on SpongeBob. The motherfucker is a sponge who lives underwater, who takes a bath underwater inside of a pineapple. So but I don't understand what's going on.
Everything outside of that the cartoonness of what happens was based on actual marine biology. The fish, the people, everything lived the way that they would if this was an actual marine biology.
When was the last time you heard a fish say, "My leg"?
I sit outside of the cartoon antics. Like clearly, fish aren't going nuts trying to sell you chocolate. However,
why aren't the other fish killing? Then why aren't the other fish eating each other? You know, like the swole killer whale, who's only like the same size as Larry the lobster.
Because you didn't let me get to my point.
Why was there a nematode mom fish thing in a wheelchair? It swims.
No clue. However, I can tell you that the reason, and that there's a long-standing SpongeBob theory, and I watched a lot of fucking SpongeBob, and this makes a lot of sense with Izzy, is that all of this is being filmed from a certain perspective and made to be a show. Like SpongeBob itself is a show. That's why it's produced this way. That's why you see people come down there. Everything that happens with a human is the human producers actually interfering. The French narrator who starts.
You sound like the nigga that was on crack when he made this shit.
But there's an episode, if you let me finish, where Sandy actually calls the French narrator, and the French narrator tells her what's happening in Bikini Bottom.
You gotta
I've been that deep in the trenches.
Wears a helmet.
How do you grill burgers underwater?
I don't know how they start fires underwater. I don't know how they go to the beach underwater.
They had a sea bag.
Like,
You had a separate beach from like how?
To be fair, that actually is a real thing.
yeah,
That is
You
actually
created a bubble friend underwater.
and I told you, dog. Like, there's a lot of stuff about SpongeBob that just cartoon logic. Like, if cartoon logic was a thing,
But you
SpongeBob
said that the
has
shit
all
made sense. Your whole argument came in here preaching about theories and making sense and being realistic.
from the non-cartoon points. If you go back, and I said from the non-cartoon points, the parts that are supposed to be cartoon-like, the fish themselves behave like regular fish should if they were anthropomorphic creatures. If they could walk around and behave like regular people.
anthropomorphic.
Yes. But that's how the fish would behave. And that's coming from the marine biologist who started the show.
Like you said before, the only reason why you would go to fucking Nickelodeon is if you could not afford Disney or if you're not good enough to be on Disney. That's why they took all those.
Like you go to Nickelodeon to
SpongeBob.
compete.
Nickelodeon wasn't the first. Nickelodeon wasn't the first
Bonjour.
network to try to pick up SpongeBob. They went to Disney, and Disney told them no. And then they went to Nickelodeon, and then Nickelodeon picked it up. Nickelodeon wasn't going to keep it that long, but it did become a favorite with children, so they kept it. It doesn't change the fact that it was ass. The show's logic, it was ass.
And Disney does what? When they got hold of Doug, they did what? They turned it into ass?
Doug was, I would argue that Doug was
Disney
ass
got
to
it.
begin with.
Nah, Doug was great.
Doug was ass to begin with.
Ass movie.
So here's the thing: is
Made
Doug
the worst
is
pieces
Doug
of
was
Doug.
good if you were like already 15 when the show came out.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
Rich clearly didn't
was
understand
ass.
anything.
and the problem is none of us were 15 when the show came
Doug was
out.
ass. And you didn't even use a show that I thought you would have, like Hey Arnold. Like Hey Arnold was good, but you
No,
didn't
Hey
use
Arnold was great. Hey
But-
Arnold was
So here's so now that we've gotten to the end of the arguments,
Wild
right,
Thornberries, by the way.
gentlemen, now that we've got to the end of the arguments a little bit here, now we're starting to argue some semantics. Let me ask you this: why, as a closing statement, as a closing argument, and Mac, you'll lead us off here. Give us your closing argument why Disney is a superior product or was a superior product in its heyday.
I have to be honest, and I have to preference this. Disney's live action and actual like actor shows would probably be the best in its prime, right? They were better directed, better storylines than its competitors like Nick. And then Cartoon Network didn't have real actual live actors in a lot of their network TV shows. But Disney just completely outclassed Nickelodeon through its directing, through its storytelling, through its actors and actresses that were just better at doing their job than Nick was. Disney was better at finding better talent and bringing them into the show and going on from there. The all around, and then not to mention how all of their actual TV shows, they were able to produce really good movies outside of that kept you watching because you wanted to know what happened at the end of the show. And like, kind of like a continuation, which is what a lot of their movies did. Or if a new season broke off, okay, what happened from season 1 in between season 1 and season 2? There was a movie put out there. You went to go watch that and it wasn't ass. Like it was.
Okay. So Jamal, give me your closing statement. Why is Nickelodeon the superior product to Cartoon Network and the Disney Channel? What is your last claim to the title?
Nickelodeon was great because Nickelodeon had you from a child up. You started off with Blue's Clues, Face, all of that. Like you watched all the episodes of like things as a kid, you learned and you grew with these people. Steve came back and you still remember because you had that special place in your heart. You started from Blue's Clues and you went into Rugrats. You went into Hey Arnold. You went into Cat Dog. You went into the 90s thinking, oh man, this is lit. And then that Nickelodeon was the first one to make you feel as you grew up, the network was growing with you. So you got to watch all that and the kids actually looked like kids that could be you or kids that looked like you. I didn't see a lot of that on other networks and other places. When I looked at Disney Channel, there weren't black people, but I seen Nick Cannon who looked like me. Like at the time, he was a little older than me, still is a little older than me. But they were showing
Way more
reruns
kids,
when I was old enough to watch it. We looked like I could be one of the kids. One of the kids is my age. But I got to see Black people living out like stuff, doing stuff, being funny, being the things that I wanted to be. I got to watch the cartoons that I grew up loving. I got to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 05. Like they brought out probably one of my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I would say that's probably one of my like all time when they kept jumping through and the voice acting and everything. Like hands down, maybe the best Ninja Turtles in my opinion, because the movie version and the 90s Turtles were kind of lame. Like
so relatability is your big thing.
Yeah, and then
it's never nothing like relevant. It's always nostalgia and back in his day. Right. He's the biggest boomer on the
nigga, you said 90s to 2000.
Hold up. Well, hang on. Let me give my final argument, right?
As I was saying.
No. You had your minute.
This nigga jumped in my minute.
You both jumped in. God damn it.
I didn't say anything because it was in my minute.
Let me put y'all in your place and tell you why you're wrong. And why Cartoon Network was, and forever will be the top of the three, right? And it's very simple. And it's not that our show quality was better. It's not that our stars were better. It's not that, we had a higher quality of live action. Cartoon Network had a bigger impact on us culturally as a whole than Nickelodeon or the Disney Channel ever did. And if you don't believe me, people are still using memes from more shows from Cartoon Network back in that day than they are from Nickelodeon, from Disney, from all of that. People still remember the shows that made them laugh.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
What memes are we talking about, bro? Because there's plenty of memes from Disney.
No, there are, but you get what I'm saying. We as a culture remember Cartoon Network shows for being more impactful on us. But I think that's probably what we're gonna have to call it, unless y'all gentlemen want to keep petty arguing, in which case I'm gonna step off that way. Y'all got anything else for the fans out there? Where to put their votes?
No, we'll let
y'all drop your votes on the episode. Tell Ty how he lost and how he sucked.
We all know that if anything, Nickelodeon definitely came in last place. We know
that. Absolutely, no question. It was always Disney and Nickelodeon fighting over second place.
That's all it was.
And because y'all don't watch Nickelodeon, it does not mean that the rest of the crowd doesn't.
Anyway, y'all, that's been us.
And Hannah
Blerd Traphouse. I'm gonna stop him before he starts going off again. Please drop your answers down in the comments. Please let us know what y'all thought of the episode. Look forward to next week. Until then, stay humble.